to National Aviary's Night in the Tropics. It's an annual fundraiser that's become one of Pittsburgh's hottest parties, with live music, dancing, local restaurants and bars, and of course, the animals at the National Aviary. The Night in the Tropics is one of the biggest fundraisers of the year, and this year it raised more than $376,000 to support the National Aviary's mission.
The National Aviary has been hosting this event since the 1990s, so it's really rich in tradition. 1,300 guests from all over the city come together and they get to experience the National Aviary like no other day. Exclusive access to all of the habitats throughout the aviary, getting up close to some of our birds, and then just experiencing the best party that the summer has to offer.
There are just so many various things happening, so much fun.
But with 1,300 people in attendance, there is a lot of planning that goes into getting this party and fundraiser together. Months of work go into turning the National Aviary from this to this. While the results are big, the planning process starts small, here at what the aviary staff calls the mood board.
Every year, planning begins for Night in the Tropics with our marketing team designing a logo and a mood board that serves for inspiration for me and my team. And for me, that's when the fun really starts. So I get to be integral in the planning of where all of the tents will be, where the flow of traffic will look like for all of our guests in relation to the avian fun, and making sure that all of our themed decor and entertainment is memorable for years to come.
Then it's time to secure sponsorships and supporters, like Aviary Board of Directors Secretary Maris Dower, who serves as the chairperson for the event. Presenting sponsor UPMC Health Plan. Diamond sponsors Il Pizziolo, Pittsburgh International Airport, and Trib Live. Platinum sponsors All Occasions Party Rental, Marbella Event Furniture and Decor Rental, First National Bank, and Peoples. And many more, including AAA Travel, who each year provides a vacation getaway for two as a grand prize for the raffle. In 2024, it was a trip to Maui. Next, it's time to check in with two of Pittsburgh's most beloved artists, Jono and Maria DeSimone Prasic. The two donate a lot of art to the aviary, including a live painting Maria does each year at the Night in the Tropics. This year, she started it in her studio and finished it in the garden room during the event. The painting was then auctioned. And if you're wondering why this dynamic couple is so dedicated to supporting the aviary, it's because without the organization, they never would have met.
I was in the exhibit with the flamingos and birds flying over my head. I was right where the flamingos are, and he was set up right outside. There were glass doors, and we looking at each other. We met, and the show was a 3-day show, and that last day he asked me out, and that was in 88.
That's been a great run, and we've been married 33 and a half years.
Next, the staff at the National Aviary sets out to secure food and drink. Dozens of Pittsburgh restaurants and bars bring their local flavor to the Night in the Tropics, giving attendees a real taste of the burg.
So I think the biggest key point is that everybody wants to be well fed and they want to have delicious cocktails to enjoy throughout the evening. So we have up to 20 restaurants throughout the city who are bringing a sample of what their chefs are up to. We also have an incredible year-round partnership with Atria Specialty Catering.
Oh, the food is great. The food is great. It's always great. The wine is always good.
With the big day approaching, one of the most important things to do is prepare the guests of honor, the animals at the National Aviary.
We break things down into really small, manageable steps, and we give lots and lots of treats for it. And that's how we get all of the animals ready for Night in the Tropics. We break all the different spaces down, all the different behaviors down into just really small, manageable steps.
The week of the Night in the Tropics is a mad dash as the staff at the National Aviary works preparing the facilities and the habitats.
Our team works tirelessly up to 3 days in advance just to set everything up.
The garden room is transformed. The lobbies and shared spaces are cleaned and decorated to match the theme, and the parking lot is completely transformed. Things go smoothly with the help of volunteers.
We have lots of great volunteers. We couldn't do all of this without our volunteers.
So Friends of the Flock is a group that is here to help promote the aviary events. Those of us that volunteer just help with setup, as you see, setting up linens and centerpieces and things like that. Tomorrow morning we'll be here doing the decor and all of the last minute glitz and glamour and everything for outside as well.
The stage is set with live music from No Bad Juju, mariachi by Miguel, and others. The silent auction and raffle tables are set up. Months of preparation have come to this moment. And just like that, it's showtime.
The board supports this event 100% through partnerships, sponsorships. They attend the event. This is every hand on deck, including the board.
After the night in the tropics, the aviary staff gets to work cleaning up. After all, it's business as usual the next day.
And at the end of the night when the party's over, our work is not done. Our dedicated buildings and grounds team has hours of work left to do to clean up every trace of the party. And it's really impressive to see the National Aviary open the following day like the party was a dream.
And then, before we know it, it's back to the mood board to prepare for next year's Night in the Tropics at the National Aviary.